I got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So my most important rule when buying real estate. That's what we're going to talk about today, friends, because here's the thing. The waters that you're now navigating, friends, shark infested. You're swimming, hopefully, or not. I don't know, on sidelines possibly. Insane. More people on the sidelines now. I've been saying this since the beginning. You know, there was probably, well, we're going to sidetrack here just for a second, where there's probably a small window, because I've thought about this myself, and I've seen some of the comments, you know, Scott, I could have bought the house, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't twist your arm. I'm just telling you, I bought in the last bubble, it didn't work out, and I see another bubble, and I work in the industry, I'm boots on the ground, I'm out there in the trenches. I'm watching this thing play out, and it doesn't pass the smell test. Selling and buying homes, well, especially buying homes in that mess, was like a showdown at the OK Corral. It was a dogfight doing, selling, getting anything done in that environment. Limited inventory with tons of pressure. Insanity. Insane. Never seen anything like that. Never will again in my lifetime for sure. Possibly never again, period. Like that was a historical event. Whew. Insanity. So the reality is this. Right now, there's a couple things. Like I deal with a lot of you. Thank you for trusting me to help you buy and sell real estate. I deal with a lot of you, and there's every deal is different. And I always talk to any of my clients. I talk to them like, what's motivating the move? Why are we doing this? You know, where are we buying? Let's look at this. There's a lot of things to look at and consider. And it's not like real estate games, just a one size fits all dog and pony show. It's very intimate, buying and selling real estate if you're a good agent, because you're getting to know. Most people are they qualified? That's what happened in the bubble, in the crisis. Are they pre-qualified and ready to go? Are they all cash? Because if they're not, I don't want to deal with them. What? I mean, that's like how spoiled people got. But the reality is this: it's not a one size fits all situation when it comes to real estate. I want to know about you. What's motivating it? Do you have cash reserves? Or is this your forever home? Is this your first home? There's so many different things. Most people don't care when they're they're helping people. I've been the same way in real estate. I'm selling real estate. Let's get them sold, get them sold, get them sold. Now, since crisis, and I had my moment of clarity, and I turned on this camera instead of marketing myself. Hey, everybody, I'm Scott Walters. Let's tour the home. Welcome to 125 Elm Street. Instead of doing that, I'm like, this doesn't pass the smell test. This is a real estate bubble. Hello? The lights are on, but nobody's home. All right, who's driving this car? Somebody's asleep at the economic wheel. And we're overheated the biggest asset class in the world. The U.S. housing market. That's dangerous. I'm pretty sure that's dangerous. I'm pretty sure that could collapse not only the U.S. economy, the global economy. That's how big it is. And with the foreign investors now infiltrating the U.S. housing market, it's even a bigger house of cards. That's scary stuff. So for today, what I wanted to talk about is really my most important rule right now. If you're scared, if this is your forever home and you're all cash, by all means, let's go kick tires, shake the trees, and throw some offensive offers around and get you your house. Who cares if it pencils out or not? I deal with probably, I don't know, at least 50% of the people I deal with. That's us. I know we're in a housing bubble, Scott. I got the money I want to buy. I'm not going to wait around forever. You might not have that much longer to wait, but it's going to be a potential bloodbath out there if and when this thing decides that the bottom falls out. It's going to be war. It's going to be blood in the streets. If we have another housing crash, it will be recession times, guaranteed, possibly depression. But there's a couple things right now. One of them just doesn't pencil out. I don't care if you're buying $1 million home or a $100,000 home. All you need to really know to see if you're safe, and you can look at the data, you can join websites, you can do anything you want. Talk to your local agent. I'm sure they'll tell you exactly what you want to hear. All you really need to know, with the standard down payment on this home, what is my cost to carry the home? If I buy this home, Mr. or Mrs. Real Estate Agent, what is my cost to carry? You should be able to figure. You don't need your real estate agent to figure that out. Obviously, you can do it yourself on one of these search engines on the websites. Put it in the mortgage calculator. It does it right for you. Estimated monthly payments. Now, what do you need to know? If you've been watching my show, you've guessed it. Does it pencil out? If I decided, and maybe that's the intention of the property out of the gate, but if it wasn't, and what you want to say to your agent, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, and they should love to hear this, although they probably won't, because if it doesn't pencil out, they're going to have some work to do in front of them, and they might be having to wait for your sale for a while. But if your standard amount down and your monthly cost to carry the house to own is below the property's rent range, or at least a break even, but preferably below. In fact, even if you have to come in a little heavier to get your payment below, that would be my advice. But even if you just have a break even, if your property is cheaper to own than it is to rent, all you got to do is pop for the down payment. That's a safe bet. And this is why. I mean, first of all, as your agent, this is what I want for you. Why, you ask? Because I guess on one hand, I'm a little greedy. Because I don't just want to sell you one home. I want to sell you more than one home. But more than I even want to sell you more than one home, I want to see you become successful. And not just because I want you to be like, Scott Walters hooked me up, took care of me, got me into this house. He found one that penciled out. We moved in. We lived in it for a few years, some paint and flooring. Then we put a renter in there. Now we bought our next one. He found us another one that pencils out. We're going to do it again. We're going to do this a handful of times over our life. I'm going to pass them down to my kids, whatever. Does it pencil out? If you want to know, now where I'm sitting today, no. You're better off renting than buying right now. If you bought, and I was about to say that, if you bought maybe day one of lockdowns before the interest rates were low and before prices shot up, there was that little teeny window, right? A little teeny window before all of a sudden the floodgates opened and mainstream media got a hold of it, and the inferno started. Fire was lit. Turned into forest fire. 5-alarm fire. Insanity. Insane. It was like crazy head spinning Twilight Zone stuff I lived in. I couldn't believe what I went from, probably, I don't know, a couple internet leads a week. My phone ringing. Yeah, hello, I'm on Zillow or Realtor.com. I saw this house. To all nonstop. We're stuck at home. I was like, I can't. This thing's already sold. Sorry. I mean, I didn't even know what to do with these. The calls would come in. All I could hope for is to help you get, your loan in place to see if the next one pops up. Because the one that you called me on, it's already gone. So there's one other thing I want to talk about. I should save it for another video, but we'll talk about this right now. So that's the only thing you need to know. Now, Zillow's been hiding this data lately. They used to always show the property's rent range and its cost to carry. But because those have become so far apart in many cities, for some reason, I don't know for sure, but it appears they're hiding that data. It used to be there. It's plain as day. I can't find it now. So now I just have to find and that's what you need from your agent. Hey, I'm looking at homes, but it doesn't show its rent range. You could probably just go to Craigslist or somewhere else, or just Zillow, type in rentals for the area and find out what's rent range. And pretty easy stuff, but your agent's happy to do that, which they should be, or you should make them do it. Give them some actual work, easy work, and make them find out its rent range and show you it pencils out. Pencils out, ma'am, sir. Yeah, should we throw them an offer? That's what we need to know. Numero dos, number 2, for all our visitors from other parts of the world. Numero dos. Insanity, this stuff, right? Insanity. National average. If the property is within the national median home price average, what's that, 4 something? Was 3 something? That was 4 something? I don't know. If you can get in that neighborhood, those are the properties penciling out right now, just so you know. Like I said, right here where I'm sitting, it's not penciling out. But in those areas, most homes in a lot of areas are penciling out. So those are the only 2 things right now. If you're scared, if you're like, Scott, man, I don't know what to do, because I've talked to tons of, I don't know what to do, man. My wife, she wants to buy, and I don't know, man. I'm a little worried. I've been watching some YouTubers, and I think it's all going to go to hell. Let's just cut to the chase, friends. If you want safety right now, no one's going to protect you, except maybe me. Putting your needs before my own with this information today. Does the house pencil out? What's my cost to own? What will it rent for? Show me those numbers line up. Let's make a deal. And if I'm within the 4s or the 5s, those properties are probably penciling out and more safety than when you get into the multi-million-dollar district, or just over $1 million, or even the upper towards the $1 million. I think you really need to stay in the 4s to be safe right now. Under would be nice. I mean, there's a lot of homes out there still. I was looking at Pensacola, Florida for myself. I was thinking I'm gonna get out of California. And man, I mean, for 300 grand, you can just live in a nice coastal community. And that's what I'm used to here. I loved it. I thought it was great. That's the best advice you're going to get today. Is a property pencil out? All investors, that's all they look at, right? And let's except these big foreign investors that came in and just gobbling stuff up, but they're running for the exits right now, friends. They didn't check. They should have been greedy when others are fearful when others are greedy. That is our mantra. Does it pencil out? Those are the things we're going to look at today, tomorrow, next week, next year. It doesn't matter. If not, you've got to put enough money down to make that property's payment within its rent range. That's the only protection that you're going to get to fight off this real estate bubble. And that's why I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network, top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video. Email ScottWaltersRealestate at gmail.com for a top agent today.